Welcome to the Up and Up podcast, and we're here live again. Today, I've got some special guests in the studio, and she is with the League of Women Voters. And so we're going to learn a little bit more about what that is, what do they do, and how do they do it. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Christine Paskett. I'm a Kokomo resident and have been president of our local League of Women Voters, which is the League of Women Voters, Howard County area, for the past 2.5 years.
Now, a lot of times when I see you, and today is the voting day,
Yes,
right?
it is.
The voting polls are open,
Yes, they
and
are.
you guys are kind of instrumental in a little bit of that because what I've understood is you hold candidate forums, right? And
Yes.
monitor those?
Yes, we do. Our purpose is to encourage people to participate in their democracy. And one of the biggest ways you can participate is to become informed about the people who are actually running the government and to exercise your right to vote, which is absolutely essential. This is a municipal election, so it doesn't have today, November 7th, is a municipal election day. It doesn't have the press coverage necessarily or the interest of statewide elections or presidential elections. But this is a really important day
It is.
you can have a voice in how the people who govern you locally actually do their jobs.
And you know, I never thought in the nonprofit world that I would go to city council meetings or I'd go to county council meetings or I would advocate for certain things that relate to health, relate to our kids, relate to our community in which I live and raise my family. So it is important to get out there because, again, a lot of our local people are making those rules and regulations, and then we as citizens have to live by those.
Yes, absolutely.
So tell me some other things. I mean, what is the mission statement behind the League of Women Voters?
We actually have a mission statement, and it's empowering voters and defending democracy.
Okay. All right. And why is it League of Women Voters?
That's a good question, and I want to state up front that we welcome everybody.
Okay.
Our vice president is a man. We have men members. We don't care. We welcome everyone who wants to participate in our organization. But this organization was formed 6 months before the passage of the 19th Amendment, which allowed women the right to vote. Carrie Chapman Catt was our founder.
Okay.
She was active in the suffragette movement leading up to the passage of the 19th Amendment. So that's why it is the League of Women Voters. Because,
Okay.
The thought was, okay, we have this right now, which we should have had all along, but finally the 19th Amendment was passed, was ratified in 1920, and there was a need to encourage women to get out there and participate because they had never had that right before. That's why it's called the League of Women Voters.
And that makes sense. And, you know, something that I know that the League of Women Voters has done for me personally in the nonprofit world is taught on Robert's rules. That is something that is not easily taught.
No.
Not easily understood at times. And in board meetings and other legalistic, meetings that you have to record minutes and notes and who passed what and did it have a first and a second and when you get into a rebuttal, how is that rebuttal handled? I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand, it's something that needs to be educated on. And I only know of one other person that really teaches that in our community, which is Paul Wyman, and I think he teaches that more at the state level. But again, League of Women Voters holds those kinds of meetings throughout the year at times at the library or different places that you can plug into if you need to know more. And I encourage people that sit on a board to really go to a class like that. I know it seems boring. but it can be exciting.
It is a way to get people to behave in a meeting and to document decisions.
Yeah.
And to document next actions and to make sure people hold to what they say they're going to do.
I love that. And, because when you're in a meeting, there's nothing more discouraging to me if we're not moving the needle. I don't want to have a meeting to be having a meeting because
Sure.
I'm busy enough.
And
you are too.
You don't want to be bullied either into a direction. So it is a wonderful way. You've got these rules. Let's adhere to them.
And a lot of people take things emotionally when it's more a business matter than it is about your emotions.
Sure. You want people to be emotionally invested because those are the people who want to get things done, but getting them done properly is important.
Yeah, I'm pretty passionate. A lot of people know that about me. And but there is a way in a meeting to do it and still get across your passion, but do it in a professional way, correct? Sure. And you guys kind of govern the debates that happen here locally in some respect, like timing and fairness. And
we are very lucky to be able to partner with the Kokomo Tribune and the Kokomo Chamber of Commerce. And we have co-sponsored with those two organizations. We call them candidate forums because they're not actually debates, especially in uncontested races. But we do pose questions to people, to candidates where races are contested, and we encourage candidates to just introduce themselves and talk about their hopes for their position, what they want to accomplish in those candidate forums.
Well, and that's huge because when you do go to Havens or wherever they're holding those forums, it is pretty intricate. You get to really know that person based on how they're answering those questions as to whether you feel good about that candidate or you oppose, whatever your flavor is.
Sure.
Again, I think it's very important for our local people to come out to those forums so that they know who is going to be residing in that office or who they might choose.
Well, and there's always an opportunity after each forum for the public to meet their candidates. There's always a little meet and greet afterwards with tidbits and things to drink, and that's a really valuable thing, too.
Yes.
You can actually walk up to somebody, and you may have a very personal issue in your neighborhood or with your vehicle or with your taxes or whatever, and you have the opportunity to talk to people.
On a private, face-to-face, yeah. And so what is up and coming for the League of Women Voters? What do you see happening in 2024?
Well, 2024 is a presidential election year, so there will be a lot of interest in voting. And we want people to, first of all, be registered to vote.
Yeah.
So we have a voter registration table all summer at the farmers market. We go where anybody asks us to go. We were at the Kokomo Pride Fest last summer.
Yes.
We went to the Apperson Way Apartments at their invitation. A couple years ago, we had the opportunity to participate in the Juneteenth celebration at the Cyberling. Cyberling was open for the day.
Yes, that's good.
Not this year, but last year or the year before, on Juneteenth, we had a voter registration table there. So we're able to help people change their address if they've just moved to Kokomo or if they've moved within the city. Or if it's always exciting to register brand new voters, kids,
Yeah.
just old enough to vote. That's fun. And we also, if there's an upcoming election, frequently have lists of candidates, lists of polling locations that we can hand out or have people take pictures of at our table so they know where to go, what to do.
I think that's excellent. And I know that, I happened to be up at Sun King one evening and Sandra was up there signing people up. And it was like, wow,
Thank you for mentioning that. That was National Voter Registration Day, September 17th. And Sun King was gracious enough to allow us to set up a table there. And I'm not sure how many people Sandy registered that day, but the fact that they are aware that, hey, voting is going to happen, and we, need to look at where did we last register? What is our address on record? And just the fact that a business welcomed us was lovely.
Yes, that's always a good thing.
We really appreciate it.
How does people get a hold of you? Or I know your meeting is at Christ Lutheran.
Yes.
6:00, November
16th.
So, and that's the third
Thursday
of every month. And how else would they get in contact with you? Do you have a Facebook, a website?
We do have a Facebook page. We also have a website.
Okay.
And our website is LWV as in Victor, HCA.org. And if people are interested, they can look at that website. We have a calendar of events. Our meetings are listed there.
Okay.
Also our county commissioner meetings.
Okay.
City council meetings, other meetings that the public can participate in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always contact us there. And I should mention that LWVHCA, I think I already said it, stands for League of Women Voters Howard County Area, because we are, this is Howard County, Indiana. There is a Howard County in Maryland.
That's correct,
And
yes.
so a lot of stuff gets directed there if you just look up something of Howard County. So we had to be careful with our name and also our website abbreviation so that people find us here in Indiana.
And about how many League of Women Voters do you have in your membership?
We have about 21.
That's awesome. That's good.
People come and go from the area, and Howard County area also encompasses Greentown, and we have a lot of members from Greentown. So we want to make sure to let people know that it's Kokomo, Greentown, and surrounding areas.
That's good.
That we serve.
That's excellent. And really bringing awareness is the biggest thing. Vote, get out there, register yourself to vote, and then avail yourself of the opportunity of the forums to be able to understand the candidates that are up and running, so that you have a part to play in your community by going out there and taking your right to vote.
You absolutely do. And we also have a couple of our members who are observers. We have an observer corps. So these people attend county council meetings, county commission meetings, city council meetings. And it's just a way to have an ear on what's going on. And anybody can attend those meetings. I mean, any citizen can walk into those meetings. But if we're there all the time, we kind of know what's being discussed, what's coming up, how people feel, and also who actually attends the meetings, because not all council members show up every week.
Oh, wow.
Not all commissioners show up every week. And we do keep a tally. So we know if you're there, we know what you're talking about, we know what you're deciding, and we post those minutes on our website.
Wow. That's interesting.
Well, because we want to hold everybody accountable. Citizens have to be accountable to go out and vote, to inform themselves. And the people who serve us also have to be accountable.
I like it. I like it a lot. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience today?
First of all, thank you for having us here.
No problem.
But we would like you to take a look at us and see if we are a good fit for what you want to do in your life and how you want to maybe participate in democracy. Because that's our whole goal, is to make sure democracy works as well as it can by having voters who are informed.
Absolutely.
And know what their rights are and actually go out and vote.
I also think about our university students that, are up and coming in the judicial process, and what do they know, and are they kind of they're able to participate in this and be a part and see how government is running. There's a lot of people that are poised for positions.
Sure.
And it starts early, right? And educating our children as to what they have available that they could use.
Sure. You want people to feel that they can be advocates. And it's fun to see some of our forums are held at Kresge Auditorium, which is a lovely location because it's warm and not too big, and and the facilities are wonderful. And we do get IUK students because we are there, and it's always fun to talk to them and have them ask questions or participate by talking to legislators or candidates after the forums.
Yeah, I think that's impressive. And holding it there, it's centrally located, but it does get our campus students in and active. So, well, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate and value what you're bringing to the table.
Thank you so much for the invitation. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for joining the Up and Up podcast. Now stay tuned for this announcement. Episode is funded by the Community Foundation of Howard County. Special thanks to the Hunt Family Fund, which was used to fund this grant. And now back to the Up and Up podcast.
Hey, welcome to the Up and Up Show. I'm here today with
Austin Klontz.
Austin. How old are you?
10.
10. How long have you been in the program?
About a season.
So 3 months?
Yeah, about. Maybe 3.5.
What are some things you've learned in the program you think will help you later on in life?
How to be respectful, responsible, reliable, and ready.
Respectful, responsible, reliable, and ready. Is that like, what is that?
That is... Respect is you gotta be respectful to adults. You have to, whenever they tell you to do something, use manners and say, okay, I'll do that right away, and do it. Responsibility. Whenever you get older and have the ability to do more things, those also come with responsibilities, the price. Those responsibilities, you go to school, the older you get and farther you are into school, sooner you are into graduating, the more schoolwork you're going to have to do by yourself without anyone reminding you. Same with chores, etc. Reliability. Whenever whenever someone tells you to do something, you have to be reliable and know when to do it. And they have to know that you're going to be able to do it. And ready. You have to be ready for school, work, and etc. You have to be ready. Get dressed, get your teeth brushed, hair combed, shower, all that.
What are some of your most enjoyable experiences with the program?
Working, leaves, I like to rake them, pull weeds. You have to get strong to pull weeds.
What advice would you give kids just starting out in the program?
Well, just starting out in the program, don't get fired. Be good.
So what would motivate you to work harder?
The chance to get the job done and quicker, and that motivates me. What also motivates me is knowing that whenever I get the job done, I get to go to the snack shop.
What do you get from the snack shop usually?
Usually ice cream, gummies, sometimes every now and then Takis.
What are some things you've used your points for?
Legos.
Other than Legos?
Legos.
Something un-Lego related.
I've only bought Legos with it.
Okay. Big Lego fan?
Wait, there was one thing I didn't buy Legos with. It was a little tomato, like a little squishy tomato. You throw it on the ground or wall or something, and it looks like it splatted, and then it just grows back. And that's about it. It was only $1.
Okay. Well, thank you for being on the Up and Up podcast.
You're welcome.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all next time.